have been feeling a little bit cooler than what we were used to for summer. This time of year, it's not quite ready to do the cool down. And if it is, it's usually one of those little surprise things before we get one more flash of heat.
We've kind of been in there for a while. Since August, we've had cooler weather. So if we hold this at these temperatures, we'll say, what an amazing fall. If we keep dropping, we'll be like, well, that was too early.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's kind of one of those things. We were actually just talking about that because we're going to go to a lake this weekend, and Paula was like, just so we're clear, like, I'm not swimming. Like, it's going to be 68. Like, and you think, well, okay, it's, early September. We ended up right around 70 today, for the most part, 68 on the dot in Portland. And our average high is 73. So that's to my point of, if we hold these temperatures for a while, they'll start being statistically nicer, right? But right now they're a little bit on the cool side. We did have a little additional cloud cover along the coast, but not much. That storm missed by even more than predicted, and so we didn't even see much of that cloud cover along the coastline. We did have that fog this morning, burnt that off pretty quickly though. Tonight temperatures into the 40s for most of us, some 30s in Freiburg, Berlin. Aroostook County will be in the 30s as well. But tomorrow is a really nice day, and especially along the coast, we have a chance to get to around 80. I'm not sure if we'll quite pop 80, but let's say 78, 79 in the afternoon along the southern coast especially. Inland, more like mid-70s, and then the mountains likely in the upper 60s, and that's because there's a cold front moving through that you can't see because it's a dry front, so it's just an air mass change, but that doesn't allow temperatures to warm up as much in the mountains tomorrow. Either way, it's a nice day. Friday is nice across the board. It's like today without the morning fog, so we end up around 70 once again. The mountains crisply in the 60s. Interested to see how quickly we start turning leaves between the drought and these cool temperatures. Sunny during the day, cool overnight. That's kind of ideal. We'll see what the drought has to say about the foliage season going forward, of course. So there's that dissipating front. High pressure builds in for Friday and Saturday. Saturday looks really nice. Sunday got more complicated though, because we have this little disturbance rotating down on Sunday, middle of the day into the afternoon, giving us a patch of showers, especially over western Maine and New Hampshire on Sunday afternoon, which may turn into a more consistent rain over southern Maine late afternoon, early evening. But down east, for example, likely stays dry through the day Sunday. But I think Sunday's more unsettled of the 2 weekend days for sure. And then that low tries to come back around to us on Wednesday, according to the European model, at least. We'll keep an eye on that because the models are kind of battling next week. The GFS is giving us that little pop of summer that you were talking about, where we'll be in the low 80s, maybe a little bit warmer. The Euro says, nope, it'll be off and on showers in the low 70s. So we'll see who wins that battle. In the meantime, the weekend is kind of split. Saturday looks better than Sunday. Sunday should not be as rainy as last Sunday, just to be clear, but I do think it's fairly showery over western Maine. And then we see how we do for mid next week, again, once the battle is over there. It's kind of fun to have a little something to watch in the long range. The models have been so consistent.
Well, we've been enjoying the consistency.
Yes, I know.
You need something
for me, I need something to do.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, Keith.